Okay, let's start 7.7, which is about selecting samples. In 7.6, we were reading about how doctors and people were getting a random sample to represent their whole patients or whatever they were doing. In 7.7, we're talking about how selecting the samples themselves can be biased, or it could be, not biased. So the first type of sample is a convenience sample. And convenience, if you think about what it means in English, it's easy. But it's easy for you, okay, or the person who's doing the sample. Okay, it's not random. It's something that's easy for you, so it's biased. A self-selected sample is when, think of what self-select means. The people choose to participate. So let's take an example of asking about the pets of students at Good Shepherd. A convenience sample would be for me to ask the 6th grade in homeroom. Okay, that's easy for me. Self-selected sample would be, hey, up on the back church table, there's papers. Do it if you want to. Okay, then it's zero work for me. All I do is print them on the table, and then you have to go and get the paper and fill out how many pets you have. So this, because you get to choose if you are going to participate or not, it's biased. Okay, maybe only team 2 is going to go back there because they can just reach their hand back and it's easy. I wouldn't get anyone in the front of the room because they're not going to walk back there, right? Systematic sample. Okay, this is the best kind. This is the one we want all surveys done with because it's random. It's choosing names off a list based on a pattern. There's usually a pattern. Okay, so for the classroom example, I could say all the odds. Fill it out. Okay, that's you being put in number order isn't random, but me choosing odds over evens, it's random. Or maybe I would say every third person, so number 3 and then number 6 and then number 9. Okay, so what I want to do is get a sample of people that's random. I want it to represent a bigger part of the population, so I need to choose those people randomly. Let's practice identifying what kind of sample is used. So example 1, A manager randomly chooses 40 names from a list of employees. This word randomly means it's a systematic sample. Okay, from a list, a manager randomly chose. That means it's a systematic sample. Let's look at B. A manager surveys the first 50 employees as they arrive at the office. People aren't choosing to do it, but it's also not random. It's whoever arrives first. So that is easy for the manager. Convenience. Whoever walks in the door, the first 50 people, that's easy for the manager to sample. C, a manager places a stack of survey forms in the cafeteria. Manager's not actually asking anybody questions. People are choosing to do it. That makes it a self-selected sample. So self-selected samples are biased. Convenience samples are biased. The only one that would be actually meaningful is this one because it is non-biased, because it's random. Can't be biased if you're random. All right, it's your turn. Please try number 1 and number 2. Answer the Google form. Tomorrow we're going to have a little bit of fun with all these different kinds of samples. Thanks, everyone. Good night.